My guest today is from Waiter Inc. They are from an organization that deals with, I believe, restaurants or outside delivery. And I'd like for them to introduce themselves, with Chris starting out first.
Great.
And just, let's go, Chris. See what you...
Perfect. Well, first of all, thanks for having us. My name is Chris Primo. I direct operations for Waiter in the state of Louisiana, so covering our Lake Charles, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Shreveport markets. This is Evan. He's actually one of our founders, and I'll let him introduce himself.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Evan Diaz-Diarcy. I'm one of the founders, and I work on the finance team for Waiter.
Okay. And
Melanie
Melanie?
Jackson, the marketing director for the Baton Rouge location.
Baton Rouge location. Okay, well, tell me, to start off with, just exactly what is the mission or what is the purpose of this organization or employer? Evan?
So Waiter is a software platform that's created to help restaurants connect to their customers. So
Okay.
our entire goal is to help restaurants.
Okay.
So from a use perspective, customers, when they use our application, see restaurants that are located near them, and they're able to use that application to order food for carry out and delivery at this time. So our primary mission at this time is to connect restaurants with users and provide food for them through carry out and delivery.
Okay. And what about you, Miss Melanie?
My goal is to push more, make the market in the Baton Rouge area to have more customers, to download our apps, to introduce their businesses, to do group ordering that we have. It's just really to market Waiter to all of the businesses and customers.
Okay. I know you guys getting pretty big. I think you like to say there's several different locations.
So right now, Waiter is in 4 states.
4 states.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're in California, Alabama, Texas, and Louisiana. We basically service about 15 markets now
Okay.
in those 4 states. And right now we provide service to right around 1,200 restaurant partners.
1,200.
1,200 restaurants, correct.
Woo. And you're looking to break in the market over here. I'm assuming the way you're going. You're in, Miss Melody is in Baton Rouge. I think you, Chris, is in New Orleans.
Well, I cover Louisiana.
You
so
cover
I work with
Louisiana.
all the markets in Louisiana.
Yeah, yeah. So when it comes to you, Evan, what is your primary duties to try to get this information out there, and what are you trying to do as far as attracting more employers, more restaurants? What are you doing?
I work on the finance team, so I create our budgets and make sure that we have enough money to keep operating and that kind of thing. So I'm not directly on the getting new users inside of things.
So you're on the administrative side,
Correct.
in the background,
Yeah.
Yes.
with the big bucks.
We hope.
Hopefully one day. So, I mean, Evan was critical. Is one of the first 5 that founded the company and launched it. I think it's really important to note that Waiter was born in Lake Charles.
Okay.
Lafayette was basically the second market
Okay.
that we opened. And Evan was right in the trenches from the first days of starting the application.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
starting our company.
So this is Lafayette was the second. I'm assuming Baton Rouge was the third. And
So Texas came along as well. So it was Lake Charles, Lafayette, and Houston started. Baton Rouge was launched basically about a year ago. So the Baton Rouge market's about a year old. New Orleans was launched in October of this year, or excuse me, September of this year. So growing very rapidly in all the markets. So for example, in Lafayette we have around 150 restaurants that are
Here
just-
in Lafayette,
that
you
are
have
partnered
that?
with
Okay,
us,
okay.
and that we provide carry out and delivery for. We average probably about a little over 1,000 deliveries a day in the Lafayette market.
Whoa, that's. I know you got restaurants here. I was always under the assumption that people went to the restaurants. I didn't know they had an organization like yours that's actually doing delivery for these various restaurants and get them
Sure.
off the ground, because I can understand, because people don't want to get out there with all of the traffic and everything else that, like I ran into yesterday out of Baton Rouge. But
Just a bit of traffic in Baton Rouge at times.
yeah,
right?
it's a lot easier to call in and say I want this order, and then they have someone that will deliver this to the client. I'm assuming that somewhere somewhere started off like with, I hate to say this, with other chain restaurants who do their carry outs and everything else. I don't want to mention any names, but it seemed to me that's where it kind of started, you know. Because there are restaurants that people get bogged down in. I just assume call somebody and have them delivered, you know.
You want to just talk about the start and how things actually went?
Yeah.
Well,
Good?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Waiter, the idea was thought of in Gainesville, Florida during a business competition. And so a group of us were there. We went on to win the competition that weekend, and Chris Moe, who is our CEO, was living in Lake Charles, Louisiana at the time, and brought it back to Louisiana.
I hate to stop you right there, but it's going to end this first segment,
All right.
and we can get back to it.
Okay.
Okay. We're back, and I guess we'll start with Evan, and he'll pick up where he left off and go into other topics as well. So, Evan, my friend, is on you.
All right. So like I was saying, the idea was brought back to Louisiana and Lake Charles, which is where it started and where we headquartered.
Mhm.
From there, we've just been growing it over the last 2-3 years, and now we are looking for lots more people to hire, and we have a lot of needs to fill.
Yeah, we're really always, so at a minimum,
Mhm.
in every market, we're always looking for drivers.
Okay.
Our drivers average around over $12 an hour, between $12 and $18 an hour.
Oh, really?
We're looking for people who love to make people happy, right? Because this is a happy business. We're bringing joy to people when we're bringing food. We're making our restaurant partners happy. We're bringing people that we're bringing the food to happy. So it's a happy job. It can get stressful. Obviously, meal times are very busy.
Yeah.
But we really want folks that are looking for a company that they feel that they're a part of,
Yes.
that they want to have a lot of fun with, and that they can help grow. Because when our drivers are out with their waiter shirts on, they're representing our brand,
Right.
and we want people who are proud to wear that shirt
Yeah.
and have fun doing it. Now, we have two major offices in Lake Charles and Lafayette,
Mhm.
where our development is done, so development on the application, and where we also enter restaurants into the application, and where we direct operations. So we have operations center in Lake Charles and an operations center in Lafayette, meaning we have people who watch every transaction, who supervise all the drivers, and so we need folks in those locations. And then in each market, we need talented people on our city market teams. We have city managers, what we call restaurant success managers, growth marketers like Melody,
Okay.
that are all part of the team, and that team is going to continue to grow as we progress.
Okay. Because when you said this is one topic that everybody want to ask, that one of the first questions, you said 12 to 15, $18 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
When you start off at 12, I'm assuming that's the minimum for you guys?
No, what I'm saying is that, so we have both hourly and contract drivers
Okay.
in our markets.
Okay.
What we see is people who take the job seriously, basically use the app to its fullest whenever they're driving,
Right.
tend to do very well whenever they focus on those meal times, get out, get to the restaurant, grab the order, get it to a customer, and just keep going. We're seeing averages of over $12 an hour.
Okay. So they are the ones, the contractors are really the ones that determine how much time they spend doing this, I guess you say part-time drivers?
Well, go ahead and
We
you
have
can
full-time and part-time and contractors.
Yeah.
Okay, because,
So-
I mean, you have a compilation of
Sure.
everything.
We do.
So we have full-time positions that they actually can get benefits.
Okay.
Our part-time people are paid by the hour. Our part-time and full-time people are paid by the hour, where our contract people are paid by delivery and tips.
Okay. Okay.
But we work to maximize our scheduling so that everyone really can do well
Yeah,
whenever
yeah.
they're on the clock for us.
Well, that's good. That's good because I know some people who are looking to do something, get some extra money, or even change jobs for that matter. Okay.
I will say that, it's like for example, here in Lafayette, with the change in the oil economy,
Mm-hmm.
we have had a number of people who've come to work for us that were looking for something to either supplement
Mhm.
or they needed work, and we've been able to provide that for them in this market. We've seen in other markets. It's great for people who want a little extra income, people who want to just do something different that's fun, or people who are retired who just still like to want to engage people.
Yeah, definitely.
And we've seen some of our best drivers are folks who they decided to re-engage employment, and they're having the time of their lives.
So in other words, your senior citizens are active.
They could have a lot of fun with this.
I may come help you. Who knows?
Love that.
Yeah, you're right. But like I said, that's one question people always. That's the first question on their mind. But when you get involved in the benefit side for you guys, that's another story. You got to get with them on a one-on-one to see what their commitment is, if
Correct.
they want to do that, and if not, why even use them if they're not going to commit to you guys on a full-time scale?
Sure.
You know?
Well, no, we go through a process for benefits, but we work through our city managers and or through our corporate hiring teams.
Mhm.
But yeah, so our goal is to make sure we provide, a great salary or a great income for people, and whenever it's appropriate, benefits for those people.
Okay. The location here in Lafayette, where's that at?
Right now, we're currently in the Light Center, but we're moving to.
Oh, you're in the Light Center. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
okay. I've done some interviews over there already.
Okay.
But that's good to know. 'Cause I really do know some people that might be interested in doing what you're doing. But as far as compensation is concerned for benefits, another question that's coming up because what's in the news right now is health.
Mhm.
Okay, but I tell you what, we come into this close of the second segment, and we'll get right back with you. We're back, and with Chris from Waiter, and we're going to pick up where we left off. I'd like to start with Chris first and see what he wants to talk about. I think benefits, kind of finish up the benefits section.
Yeah, you had asked about whether or not we provide benefits for our employees, and for our full-time employees, we do provide health benefits, so vision, health, insurance, options for our employees. We're very excited. We added that last year, so that's really exciting to be able to offer that to people.
Yeah.
But it's for our full-time positions, and after a period of time, we do offer those benefits.
Okay.
And I know Evan wanted to make sure, we've talked a lot about drivers,
Yeah.
but we do have other positions, and Evan can cover some of those that we have. So
Yeah, so we always need salespeople in our new markets. We go through and we sell to all the restaurants to sign them up on our platform. So we
Okay.
always are in need of that, and we have some operational needs as well. So people to work with our restaurants to make sure that their menus are in correctly. People to route the drivers, make sure that all the deliveries are getting done on time, things like that. So
Mhm.
there's lots of open positions, and you can go onto our website and find them.
Okay. In applying for these positions, if they get accepted, I'm sure there's some type of orientation that they have to go through. Is it a day's orientation or 2 days?
you want
Uh,
to start
Miss
with
Melanie,
Jan,
I
and
think
I'll add
you-
to it.
Yeah, we do. They bring them in and you do a training. It depends on, which position that you're with, sales or dash manager, but you do get training, they walk you through, pretty much, I guess now. I think they've changed it since I came on board,
Mhm.
and I think it's more like they do a couple days of full training.
Okay.
But they teach you, and everybody's good to help. You don't have to worry. People are always there to
No,
help you.
it's a family atmosphere,
It
so to
is a
speak.
family atmosphere.
Yeah,
And I mean, the training is going to be different based on position.
okay,
So drivers are brought into the office, sit through a training. We actually face-to-face train,
Okay.
which can be different from other companies that are similar to us. We want to make sure we face-to-face interview them first,
Right.
which doesn't always happen.
Right.
But every other position, basically your training is based on your position. So for our customer success manager, who works to basically in our logistics functions, they're trained for a number of days, and then they sit working with other customer success managers before they're allowed to function on their own, and the same with all our other positions.
about these positions, let me go back to these delivery individuals. Do they use their personal cars?
Correct. They
Versus-
they do use their own vehicle for the service, so that's something that's a requirement for the position. Correct.
Okay, and of course, they would if it's a contract, they would receive a 1099 at the end of the year, right?
Correct. We
So
have 1099 for contract drivers, and then we have our full-time and part-time or W-2 drivers.
W-2 drivers.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's pretty good to know too.
Mhm.
When it comes down to the drivers, would they have to have some type of chauffeur's license or CD or just a regular driver's license?
And it's normal driver's license, insurance, and their own vehicle. Yeah. and-
Okay,
iPhone and Android.
Well,
Either
then,
one of
correct,
those.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a
They
must.
have, they have to have a
iPhone or
mobile. They
Android.
have to have a mobile device,
Well,
iPhone or Android.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
well, people do. That's all they live on today. Nothing but
Yes.
Evan can attest to that.
That's true.
You know, but Evan, when it comes to you on the administrative side, how complex is this getting since you guys are growing?
Very complex. We have lots of different teams. We have, our management team, and that covers everything from accounting to engineering, finance, sales. There's lots of moving parts. We have
Okay.
over
I'm-
150 employees
I won't
full-time.
cut you off, but I'm sure there's in there somewhere there is also a legal side of this.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Always.
legal information that you have to go through, that you have to follow.
Yes. So we know lots of lawyers now, and
We do.
so yeah, we are very careful on all the legal stuff. We make sure we're by the book, but that is a big part of
Yes,
running
because
later.
right now you have to watch what you say,
Oh, certainly.
because everybody has cell phones right now. They're looking for things,
Sure.
But
Yeah, it's so. One quick thing from a position standpoint, I do think it's really critical to know that we design all of aspects of the application here in Louisiana. That's all done here by engineers here. And
okay,
so people think we're a Silicon Valley company. We are not.
Yep.
We are a Louisiana-based
Absolutely.
company, and our design is in-house.
okay,
So I think that's really important to know. And then from a standpoint of we're growing, we're looking for human resource people and legal teams. So all that's underway. So we're putting together a really large company. We're over 1,000 employees.
yeah,
So there's a lot that's happening.
yeah. Because I do know, I'm sure there will be some veterans out there that can take advantage of this.
And that
Some
would be
senior
we would
veterans.
welcome that. We would love
Yeah.
to see veterans come in and applying and being interested. So
And
yeah, go ahead.
We always need, the engineers will kill me if I don't say this, we always need software engineers, so that's a big need of ours, so always looking for that.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it's coming to the end of the third segment and the end of the show, and I would like to invite you guys back in the future. So it was very nice to have you guys on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Okay.